Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, I'm continuing my playthrough of Loop Hero. And this video is going to be kind of a little bit extra fun, at least for me, because my video didn't get recorded with sound. So what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of narrate what all's going on based upon the video that I cut together from my playthrough. So currently, the person in question, me, is selecting the cards he wants to play. And so he's decided no wheat fields, and I think in a second he's going to be like, bah, I don't want a vampire mansion, but I definitely want a grove. And the question is, I think he decides to keep the ruins, he being me, of course, in this scenario. And I think he keeps the temporal beacon and all the other stuff and decides to go ahead. And for this, it's going to be Act 2 with the warrior. So here we go, we're starting up. And this is the usual startup for everything. And what I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to skip ahead to various parts in the playthrough because, you know, parts are the same. Here, if you assemble a 3x3 grid of mountains or rocks, you get a big, like, super mountain. And if you break it and then make it again, what you can do is you can repeatedly gain the resource shards each time you do it. Now, it also generates that goblin camp, but I got rid of that. Now here we're skipping ahead. Now if you look, there's a level up that gives you a stack full of Oblivion cards. And for the Oblivion cards, if you get a bunch of these, what you can do is you can effectively turn each of these into resources by destroying one of the rocks in the grid and bouncing back and forth. Now I skipped ahead again to farther along. And as you can see, there's more fighting and whatnot. And if memory serves me, this fight doesn't go particularly well. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, this is the part where I'm like, oh, I think I need to go. I don't want to die. So I use up some resources and make a few more of the rock things. I do a terrible job of it as well. And then in just a moment, I'm going to wuss out. And here we go, the wussing out stage, because I don't think I'm going to survive another loop through like that. So with the new resources that I got here, what it allows me to do, it allows me to do some upgrades. So possible upgrades I have are the Intel Center, the warehouse, and I'm going to go with the Intel Center if memory serves, because the Intel Center gives you lots and lots of goodies. It actually ends up giving you a bunch of cards with some of the other upgrades I already have. And so you put the Intel Center wherever you want, because placing buildings will never in any way come back to screw you in the end. Now, the Intel Center gets you the encyclopedia, and the encyclopedia tracks like things you've seen, and it keeps track of like the tiles and enemies and resources, the orbs, and also like furniture and tools and stuff when you get to the supply side of things. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to aimlessly scroll up and down for a moment in my build menu, and I'm going to decide I need a warehouse. And I'm also going to debate about watchtowers, because watchtowers are kind of nifty. And I have to tell you, just seeing in the future, is I develop a fixation for watchtowers, which may not be healthy. So also, I can build a forest. Yay me, forests. So I'm building a forest, as you can see. It is terribly exciting. So I'm building a forest up there at the top, and then more words. So many words in this game. And now I'm going to go back, and I believe I'm going to try and build a warehouse. And I gotta tell you, there's no way on earth positioning the stuff in your town could ever come back to screw you. Oh wait, it does. The warehouse has to be positioned in a certain location, and I managed to locate all my stuff around the center place where that warehouse needs to go. So, deep and profound sadness later, I realized that probably in the next playthrough or two, I'm going to have to destroy something so I can build that warehouse. And so I decide to console myself by expanding my camp and building some farms. It's somewhat sad, but, you know, Not quite as sad as it could be. But later on, it's going to hurt to tear down what I have to tear down to build that supply depot. Or, I'm sorry, to build that warehouse. See, I'm narrating this video after I've already done the horrible things from future videos. So I know a little bit in the future what's going to happen. So just foreshadowing here, it sucks. By the way, when you add the Intel Center, it adds all these new cards. And the cards were from various reasons. Like, I think the forest comes from actually building the forest. The Ancestral Crypt is something that should work really good with the Necromancer. Low foreshadowing. The other card, the Arsenal, allows you to have an extra item slot. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And hope y'all have an excellent day.